Welcome to History Hunters. When studying the history of New Jersey, you may come across a rather terrifying legend that's been passed down throughout the generations for almost 300 years. The story of the Leeds Devil, otherwise known as the Jersey Devil, began in Leeds Point, New Jersey. During the next half hour, we're going to uncover the history of this rather disturbing myth. We're going to discuss the importance of this folklore to our state. And finally, we're going out with some Jersey Devil hunters who took us to some actual spots where this entity could have been born. So let's get started and discover what's still terrorizing New Jersey residents today, the Jersey Devil. The New Jersey Pine Barrens are a beautiful but mysterious area of land that is thick with cedar and oak trees as well as pine trees. The area covered by the Pine Barrens is approximately 2,000 square miles in the southeastern portion of the state, and when compared to the rest of New Jersey, the Pine Barrens hold relatively few residents. Of course, the first inhabitants of this land were the Lenape Indians, who were not joined by white settlers until the early 1600s. Too dry to support farming, the area enjoyed industrial success when an iron bog was discovered. The wood, paper, and glass industries also developed in the New Jersey Pine Barrens. Today, these dense forests are home to a wide variety of wildlife, including wild turkey, fox, deer, river otters, and possibly an unknown entity, an animal that many cannot identify, so they have named it the Jersey Devil. To understand the origins of this creature, we have to go back to the 1700s, to a small town in Atlantic County, New Jersey, known as Leeds Point.
The most common story about the origin of the Jersey Devil is that a woman by the name of Leeds was pregnant. She had already had 12 children, so this was to be her 13th child. And she wasn't happy at all about being pregnant again. And in fact, she was so unhappy that she cursed the child, and she said, "May this child be born a devil." When the child was born, she found that she'd gotten her wish. It originally was born as a regular child, a normal baby, but pretty soon after birth, it turned into a devilish creature that resembled a hodgepodge of different animals. It had different parts of its body looked like different animals. And it grew to be very large in size. The size of a kangaroo is how most people describe it. And it had wings. And the first thing that it did in many of these stories is to kill its parents. And then it flew out the window and terrorized the area around Leeds Point, which is where it's supposed to have been born.
Although the most common, this is not the only story relating to the birth of a devil baby in New Jersey. In October 1778, after the Battle of Chestnut Creek, it was said that a young woman from Leeds Point had an affair with a British soldier. She was cursed with a devil baby for her treasonous behavior. Another account involves a Protestant clergyman who tried to persuade the Leeds family to go to his church. After rudely dismissing the clergyman, Mrs. Leeds' next child was cursed and born a demon. Finally, in yet another story, a young girl from Burlington, New Jersey, refused to give food to a hungry gypsy. The gypsy cursed her, and her next child was born a devil.
Something's kept it going since 1735, and interestingly, we found a will from 1735 from a William Leeds, and in this he leaves money for his troublesome brother, and of course he doesn't go into any details, but in the past, in fact even till recent years, sometimes people in the area, if they had a physically or mentally challenged member of the family, would keep the person locked away. So they could have possibly had this unfortunate member of the family, and people referred to it as the Leeds Devil.